This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. The UNI men's basketball team had an outstanding week, going 3-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference, winning at Illinois State, winning at Southern Illinois, and knocking off the 12th-ranked Wichita State Shockers. Coach, a last-second win at Illinois State, a nice win at Southern Illinois, and then a dominant win against a very good Shocker team.
Yeah, it was quite a week. Guys really stayed with things. You know, at Illinois State, it was one of those games. Illinois State's got a heck of a team, and they did some things to us that hadn't happened for a couple games. They were able to get us on our heels a little bit, and they got a bunch of guys that can play and got rolling, and we had a hard time stopping them. And fortunately, Nate hit a big three in the corner with about 10 to go, allowed us to get a timeout and cut it from 12 to 9. And the guys did a great job in that zone defense and got us back in the game. And then the big shot by Marv, big shot by Nate. That was a great one to get. And you know, at Southern Illinois had played very well. 3 games in a row. They'd won 2 in a row at home. They played Evansville tough on the road, so they had some of those young guys started to play better. And they played very well in the first half against us. So it was a struggle for us to get going. They really crowded Seth. They put a bunch of guys around him, and we just weren't able to get loose offensively. And in the second half, we had Wes and Paul and Nate really step up, and they played a bunch of minutes in the second half. We were able to stretch the floor out and get some good things done there. And then Saturday, we played one of the best games we played in a long time.
Talk about that, because Wichita State has been so dominant in the Missouri Valley Conference the last couple of years, and with it being on national television, with it being a sellout, the stakes were high, and when the lights were shining bright, your guys performed well.
Yeah, and they, there was a lot of things that needed to happen for us today. At the defensive end, we had to rebound the basketball. They really hammered us last year in both games, and then we had to have some guys step forward that frankly didn't play as well last year. You know, Seth didn't play great against them last year. Today he was terrific. You know, one of the best games he's played, and really proud of him for the effort he put in, and got some baskets early that were important. And Wichita's got the kind of team that they're not afraid to get out and get on you early, right? I mean, they're going to come and get you. And so Seth was able to get some of those baskets early to get us kind of tied, and so for a long time they were just kind of even. And then I thought we had some bench guys. You know, Seth had a couple of good segments on the bench where he had 3-4 minutes, twice the first half and once the second half. So we had some other guys that really did some things that allowed us to stay as fresh as we could in a game like this.
And it wasn't a game where, I mean, you're knocking down 10 or 12 three-pointers. I mean, you were finding other ways to score and holding a double-digit lead for the majority of that basketball game.
Yeah, and the way in which they defend, and they're so good at it. They take so many things away from you. They don't give you stuff going to the block. They don't give you open threes. They take away anything on the three-point line. And the only thing that left in today's game was some space to drive it in the middle of the floor. And that's where Deion and Wes become really important. That's where Seth becomes really important. And, I thought Deion made some very good plays. And then Wes has had back-to-back games now where he's really impacted what's going on with his aggressive play. And you throw a little some of what Seth is doing in the middle of that floor there, because they're going to extend and guard those shooters. We needed those guys to play while they did.
Panthers defeat the 12th-ranked Shockers 70-54 in front of a sellout crowd, and a lot of people had fun inside the McLeod Center today.
It was great. I mean, we've had some games in here that have been, from a crowd standpoint, they've been close to this or like this. There's been a handful of them in the past 9 years, but this one is at certainly in that top 3 or 4. The guys could feel it. They knew that they needed to have an energy level or an effort level that was going to match the crowd. And when you're lifting each other up, you play pretty well. And I'm looking forward to seeing our crowd back here when we get home next. We got the game at Indiana State Tuesday, and we're back in here Saturday. And I'm hoping the students had a good time and come back and fill that section up. That makes a real difference for us.
Coming up later in the show, we have a feature on Matt Bohannon, and he's improved his game. He's just not only a three-point threat.
Yeah, he has. And right now he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's really shooting the ball well. He's not knocking them in for us, and that helps stretch the floor. And he does such a good job of leading our team. He knows exactly what we want to get done on both ends. So his leadership is so important to what we're doing. And like I said, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
A loss for the UNI men's basketball program. Dale Howard passed away, and just some thoughts.
Last night I got a text from his son Steve, and Dale he fought that dreaded cancer for a long, long time. He's as tough a guy as toughest guys I've come across, and he battled it a number of times and fought it till the end. But Dale and Marilyn have just had such an impact on our guys, and Don and I are fortunate. We got really to know them 8-9 years ago, and spent a lot of time with them. And I talked to Dale a lot about a lot of things, and they did the locker room for us and for the women's team and for volleyball. That huge impact, but he's had a bigger impact on our guys from the standpoint of a lot of things I do and talk about and say. Those are questions I was asking Dale, and he helped me with that. And terrific person, and going to be missed. But he's the kind of stuff that he's here. Exactly. Thanks, sir.
Yep. Congratulations. Back more Panther Sports Talk right after this.